All right, guys, I got one for you. This is gonna be a tugboat video, and I'm gonna tow that barge 900 miles one way to Cuba and back, taking you guys along. I hope you enjoy. Look how that sunset. It's gonna get good here in a minute. You guys see that wire on that drum? That's what we tow on. That's the level line. This is our backup. See, there's no wire on there. Just getting ready to put a wire on there. Got a wire up on the hill up there. You see it on the crane. And we're gonna put it in those sawhorses and pull it up onto this drum. It ain't an easy thing. It takes some beating and persuasion to get it on there, especially without a level line. Get your hole.
Slack it. Keep it going. Stop.
All right, guys, we got that wire taken care of. It's about noon and I'm going to grub up the boat. So we are able to get grub once every 14 days on this boat. And we rent a van, put all the seats down, and fill it up with groceries. Got the one cart that don't work. And grub shopping is done. I got a full load back there. I won't say how much we spend, but I had about 4 foot of receipt, if that tells you anything. So back to the tug. We'll get this stuff loaded up, and I think we're done for the day. We're gonna do fuel 8 a.m. tomorrow. We have to shift over to Blunt Island, and they will load our barge, and we'll be underway, headed to Cuba. Wires on, sun's going down, and we got the groceries on. We got to shift over to Blunt Island. Once we get the groceries put away, we'll shift over there and get made up to our barge or shift it or whatever it is they want to do. But guys are busy putting away groceries. All right, guys, we're taking on fuel. The last thing we got to do before we go here, we're gonna take 2 of those tanker trucks. They're 7,000 gallons each. The guys are down there at the fuel manifold taking on fuel. We have multiple tanks and we hold a lot of fuel, but I'm gonna go over that in a minute here with you guys. Just wanted to show you what it looked like while we were doing fuel at the dock here in Blunt Island, Jacksonville. What are you doing there? Ice fishing?
Jacksonville ice fishing.
Tell them what that does.
That's gonna tell us how much fuel is in this tank. So the baby powder at the bottom, right like that.
Pick it up.
Read the number. We are at 8, 9.5.
We got another fisherman right there.
I'm at 8.10. Keep it flat and trim.
And we are taking the fuel on right there at that manifold. All these bags are for the tanks in case we burp the vent. So So we all got a little nap after making up tow. We're set to sail at 2000. Sun's going down here in Jacksonville. Ready to get this show on the road and head to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Job perks that every day I get to see the sun either go up or down. You can't see it, but it's just cracking the horizon. There's our barge. Have to sit here and steer. It's Charles's fault.
It's not my fault.
We may have to go all the way to Guantanamo that way, which is 747 more nautical miles of the 900-mile trip.
Just say 4 days.
It's actually not that bad once you get it pointed in the right direction. It'll hold course pretty good, but these are the kind of things we deal with all the time. Weather's not bad. We are off of Fort Pierce, probably Sebastian. Yep. We'll update you on the autopilot tomorrow. Guys, go down to the galley and get a cup of coffee. Down to the galley we go. What's up, man? Now that I'm thoroughly caffeinated, it's time to head to watch. How's it going?
Going pretty well, actually. Hanging along.
Well, we are about halfway into our trip. It's 900 miles one way, and we got about 400 to go right now. We're getting ready to enter the Old Bahama Channel, but it's been fairly rough, not losing sleep rough, but rough enough where we haven't been able to get out on deck and do any fishing or anything like that, or painting. But I'll give you guys a little tour of the wheelhouse. We've got Rose Point up there, that's our chart plotter. We also have a backup Garmin, but we do 99.9% everything on the Rose Point, which is actually a computer program, and we can load up any charts and things, and you can do all kinds of really cool stuff with it. We have an autopilot, which, like I said, is out right now, so I've been hand steering for about 350 miles, which isn't too bad. You can generally get it going the direction you want. We have 2 radars, 2 VHF radios, and we've got, this is how we control the big high power spotlight up on top of the wheelhouse. Depth sounder. It's obviously too deep to be using that right now, but I was going to tell you guys, I'd mentioned fuel. We hold about 80,000 gallons of fuel right now. We're burning just over 2,000 gallons of fuel a day, so do that math in your head. But I'm going to show you where we are right now on the chart. We keep this chart out all the time. So we came down the coast from Jacksonville, south of the Cape. We got to about Stewart, and we cut across. Then we come down the Bahamian Bank here into the Santorini, and we're about to enter the Old Bahama Channel. Then we'll come off this chart a little bit and end up back in Gitmo here. That's just a handy chart to have out on the desktop. Speaking of the desktop, it's where we do all our paperwork, and we do a lot of paperwork. I won't really bore you with it, but when I first started doing this, there wasn't very much paperwork. Now there is a lot. But I think Aaron, the deckhand, is cooking some ribs tonight, and whenever I get off watch, I'm going to take you guys down and show you the rib dinner.
I did what you said with the collars. They turned out really good.
What else did you make?
We got 3 different kind of ribs down there. We got sweet heat, Carolina barbecue, and sweet baby rays, and mac and cheese.
Oh boy. Sometimes the meal at the end of the day is the most exciting thing that happens on a tugboat when you're underway. We're out here just off the coast of Cuba, Cayo Coco, I think. But I'm gonna get off watch here in a minute, go eat them ribs. How is it? Food good?
Yes, Daddy.
Tug grub. Let's see. Plus one off here. They're tender.
Delicious.
Juicy. Those are good. The chef. I don't know if they can see you behind the workers. That's where all the leftovers goes every day.
The human trash can.
Well, guys, I wish I had more to report, but not a whole lot been going on out here. We are 216 nautical miles from Guantanamo. Weather is rough. It's probably 6 to 8, and the camera never does it justice, but I'll roll a couple of clips after this. Still on hand steer. Not a whole lot going on. I think we're having shepherd's pie for dinner. got 1 day to go. It's still rough. Nobody's sleeping good. Everybody's tired. But just having a cup of coffee before my watch. I work 12 to 6, so noon to 6 p.m. and midnight to 6 in the morning. We do run on military time, but tossing and turning all night. Eventually you just get tired enough where you sleep. But I'll show you out the porthole here. Actually looks like it's got a lot better. The wind is laid down. It's not white capping anymore, so that means it's probably 10 to 15. It was blowing 15 to 20 when I went to bed. So got 2 more watches. That is the sun setting on the eastern tip of Cuba. See where the land ends right there? Sun's going down, the weather's calmed down substantially. We're all gonna get at least a little rest this off watch. Barge is towing good and we'll be in Guantanamo in the morning. Thank you guys. We're done with our day and we're headed to the beach. It's a perk of the job. You get done with what you got to do, you can go off and have a little bit of fun.
Yes, Mr. President.
Some of you younger folks don't know what that is, but that's what we had before iPhones. Well, before cell phones. All right, so we came down to a little beach called, this is Glass Beach, but we're gonna go do a little hike that Aaron showed me some cool stuff. I haven't seen it before, so we're gonna check it out. This cool banyan tree. This whole way we're going along, like there's just like a rock outcropping down to the bay. My buddy Greg is one of the captains on that ferry. He lives down here. This is cool. This is an old, I guess where they used to have like the big guns would have been right there, like in a turret. So you guys see that? There would have been a big gun turreted right there. And then looks like another one over here. They got a sign that says maybe we shouldn't go up there. Like I said, they would have had the long guns or the big guns mounted right there, the heavy artillery. So if you tried to come into the bay here, you was getting shot up. It says 1906 on it. That must have been when they built it. Kind of crazy to think. Another big banyan tree. It's pretty wild. Shoo! Look at that. Gitmo Bay. Aaron, are you gonna cliff jump? Look at that. Beautiful. It's a long ways down. I lied. When we started out, we were at the ferry dock. Now we're at Girl Scout Beach. The sign for all the... Oh, it's Glass Beach. We're at Glass Beach, not Girl Scout Beach, and not the ferry dock.
What's up?
Like, the water looks super clear. Right?
Has not changed.
This is the McDonald's, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. You want to go inside or go through the drive-thru?
I'll go inside. You gotta show the folks the wonderfulness that is the inside of this McDonald's.
Straight like 1993 McDonald's.
They got Ronald himself.
From the time when you were like a little kid. I don't know, the McDonald's is now look like hotel lobbies or something. It's weird.
No character.
Don't judge us though, there isn't really anywhere else to get food. Hello. Aaron got the McRib. Show it to the people.
Oh, it looks just like the picture.
Oh, delicious. Hold on.
Those actual bones.
That's, I don't know, but you can shoot through them. That's the good part. I went for nuggets, double cheeseburger, fries. You look around this place, it's like the 1990s McDonald's.
Shot of Ronald there.
Oh yeah, the man. So it's I don't know, 7:30 at night. They're still actually working up on the barge up there, but I just came out to the back deck, have a little look around, and there's a bunch of tarpon in the water, which I knew they'd be out here. But I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of video for you guys to check them out. I have messed with them and caught them. I usually can't land them, but I can hook them up. I just don't feel like doing it tonight, but show them to you guys. Good morning, folks. It's Thursday morning. We've been here for 2 days. The barge has been loaded, and we're gonna head back to Jacksonville. We've got some severe weather up that way, and I'll show you a little clip of that. Thing is, we got to be there for Tuesday. What we'll probably do is end up kind of dragging our feet, and that way the weather will pass and we'll come in behind it and we won't get beat to death. But I think it's going to be a little rough. 4.5 days, we'll be back in Jax. We got the wire set out, headed back to Jacksonville. This first little leg of the voyage is my favorite part. I think I've said that before, but we run right along the south coast of Cuba. Step outside and let you guys have a look. As you can see, it's a little hairy out here. Probably blowing 25. I'm gonna enjoy the view from inside the wheelhouse. We are just a little over 24 hours out of Guantanamo. It was rough the whole way. Coming through Windward Passage last night was rough. I think I shot some footage of that. I don't know what'll make it into the edit or not. But I was gonna take you guys for a walk out on deck. We've got 732 nautical miles left to go, but it's just calmed down enough where I think I can get outside, show you some stuff. Now, last night it got a little spicy in the Windward Passage. We had a whole tire flip up. See, we have those tires for cushion going up against the barges and the docks and things, and the weather was gnarly enough to flip that tire up. Looking good. You see the chafe board on the wire there keeps us from chafing our wire in the rough weather. We're a little bit side seat, which is not what you want. It makes for an uncomfortable ride, but this is it. And that's that. What'd you make?
Got some Cajun shrimp pasta down there, a little spicy, a little savory. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll go down and get some grub then. Oh geez.
I already ate. Not gonna be.
There's a troll in the hallway. Is it good?
I already ate my plate.
Oh, yeah.
It must have been good. It's not saying much. Charles will eat anything. Look at that. One more scoop. Happy sleeping good. Cheese on there. Let's give it a shot. Shrimp. Pasta. Tug grub. So the weather has improved since when we were down south in the Windward and we flopped the tire over down there. But you got that, there's this big low moving across Florida right now, and we have a plan to get back to Jacksonville without getting our butts kicked. If you're in Florida and you watch the news, you probably know about it, talking about 14-foot seas and stuff. But take you inside and show you what a plan is on the computer here. Aaron wants to know the plan too, so explain it to both you guys. We're right about here, and we're heading. We want to get off of Miami in the next couple days. So what's going to happen is it's going to switch more out of the south this evening, and it's still going to be blowing pretty hard. It's calling for 30 knots out of the southeast there, but we will ride the weather up, and then when we get up to Miami, it's going to switch and come more out of the west. Once we get up here and it's coming out of the west, we're going to shorten up our tow wire. We'll get right on the beach and scoot right up the coast, so we'll be in the lee of mainland Florida. What do you think?
Right on, dude.
Miami. So this is it, guys. It's the last night before we get into Jacksonville. I'm going home tomorrow on Tuesday, but I do have to hang around and help them get the boat ready for the next trip. You know, I feel like there's been a lot of just these little interviews, and I'm not sure how this video will all edit out right now, but I'm happy to be going home, spend Christmas with the girls, and watching the sunset over Daytona. So this is it. It's crew change day. I'm just waiting on my relief to come in a rental car. We got the barge here in Jax. They're gonna offload it tomorrow. But while I'm waiting, I'm gonna do a little quick tour of the boat with you guys. Starting off, we got our 2 tow winches here. That's what we tow the barge with. Oh, and you get a better look at them from this side here. Each of them hold 2,000 feet of 2-inch wire. We just put those brand new wires on that you saw in the beginning of the video. So those are the tow winches. We're gonna go into what we call the fiddly. It's gonna be loud. I'm gonna take you down in the engine room real quick. But this is the fiddly. That is the tow motor right there. And everything's a mess because we're in port, but this is down to the engine room. These are our generators. They run the power and light. And these are the main engine. So these are actually EMDs. They were designed for locomotives, for trains, and they're very common in older tugboats. But we've got those back here. You got gearboxes. That's where the shafts go out to the props. But we also have a water maker. This is a newer water maker. We use that through reverse osmosis, and we can make fresh water while we're at sea from the ocean water. So I'll get out of here because it's loud. Next we have the galley. Door right here from the fiddly to the galley. Galley. Got crew guys. You guys have seen the galley already. You've seen us down here cooking. Whiteboard, we use that to communicate with each other. We have 2 big freezers, keep all our frozen stuff. Big fridge. When you come down here to the companionway, we've got this big pantry. Keep anything you could ever dream of in here. Cookies and snacks and pasta and all the things. That's why I'm so round. Got staterooms, engineer, AB, storage. We got a head here. Coming up. Captain's room, another head there. Come down here. This is my room. It's all tidied up right now for my on-signer, but got a TV. Little bunk. We got some storage here, you know, hanging closet, a shelf for all your things, and then from there we go up to the wheelhouse. This is the wheelhouse. That's Ben. That's Captain Nick. But the wheelhouse is the end of this tour. You guys have seen plenty of the tug and plenty of me up here. So, just waiting on my relief now. It's the rental. It's happening. Going home. God, it's a tiny little car. Yeah. No better feeling than pulling away from the boat. Yeah. On crew change day. I'm dropping the rental car. Crystal's here to get me. Here she is. All right, guys. Well, as you can see, I'm back home. I'm getting ready to go catch some mullet. But that's going to be the end of this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's one of the longer videos I've ever made, and I didn't go super into depth on things, but I wanted you to get the gist of what it's like to work on an ocean-going tugboat. And I think I captured that pretty well for y'all. Shoot me a comment, ask me questions, let me know what else you'd like to see on the boat, and we'll see you on the next one. We are currently at Girl Scout Beach, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Still a little snorkeling in that crystal clear blue water. And I think there's a cave down here.
Rock collecting.
Busting rocks. We're gonna go do a little exploring.
Dude, check these out.
See what we can find. This place is beautiful. Don't get no better than this. Beautiful, clear Caribbean water on beautiful little beach in the middle of nowhere on the island of Cuba. Let's go see what's up here. Hey Aaron, you go down there? Yeah. Is it cool? Ah. Feel like I'm gonna break my neck. Into the cave. The grotto. Pretty cool. Are those aren't bats?
No, they're swift.
So we hiked down. I feel like I'm on like the Goonies or something like that, where the hidden treasure will be. Pretty cool. Definitely looks like a pirate hideout. I mean, I am a pirate, just born a little late, but this is definitely where I'd hide my gold. Cuba. Dude, all these little birds just showed up. Oh, you can see their little nests. They're like little cups on the wall. Dude, it's like legit like an ancient coral reef. This place is wild. All that. Millions of years of reef, I guess. Got the two slowest dudes in the world.
Picture right here. Dude, that's sick.
Look at this lady right here. Just chilling. Being majestic. Letting me be super close to her. Look at that. She's regrown part of her tail. Just out here sunning on the rock. Look at there's a little conch shell right there. She's just chilling. And then there's, I don't know if you can see, there's these burrows up in here where they live. But pretty little Shayla. Hey Bubba.
Oh, right after you. Ever seen a Komodo dragon?
Big old dude. He said, that's my lady, bro. There she is. Look, she's like, that's my man right there.
Oh, they're gonna do a little...
I told you he was coming.
They're gonna get up there. Told you he was coming. Bro, how crazy. Dude, that's split. It's like, Bubba can distract him. And I'll sleep around.
Hey lady. Where's Big Dog?
There he is. He's got blood on his mouth, man. He's ready to roll.
Oh, Big Dog. He's been scrapping, man. His whole jaw's busted up.
That's how he won her. That's how he won her. Look, stay in the beach, bro. What's up, Jody?
Look at that dude. Alright, bro, I ain't gonna hurt you.
Dude, she's about to sneak attack you.
Yeah, she's pulling the flanking maneuver.
I'm a marketing, bro.
So,
Scrapping up on it.
just did a little exploring here. The beach, seen some iguanas, some caving, and a little bit of snorkeling. And now we're gonna go grab a bite to eat on the only McDonald's in Cuba. Woo. Pretty cool, they got a McDonald's here. The old golden arches. It is right, it does feel like McDonald's from like 93.
Can I get a number 3, please?
What size?
Large.
Large number 3. And your drinks?
A Coke.
Large Coke. Anything else?
That's it for me.
I'm actually the same thing.
Number 3, large.
Yeah,
With the large Coke?
I'll get a Coke too. Big bag.
Large Coke?
Just a Coke.
That's it? Okay.
So the best thing about the McDonald's in Guantanamo is the food is always good and hot. It's not like back in the States where you may or may not have got what you ordered. It's probably cold anyways. It's sometimes the small things when you work on a tug and you haven't been home in a while, you get some fast food and kind of makes you feel good. But we're getting underway in the morning. Hopefully we get on a fish trolling and I'll film it for you guys and cook it up. See you underway. Got a fish on. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, nice mahi. You had to let your hair down. What lure is that one on?
Big blue.
Get him over. Yeah, buddy. Nice. So, just 2 ways that you can take the skin off a mahi, and it's really just personal preference. Now I've cut a line all the way around, and you're gonna come right here, get that skin. Get a hold of it real good. Ah. Now you got them skinned. And when you cook this meat, that little bit of membrane, you won't even see it. Now some people do like to skin them out with the knife. I like to do it both ways. Both ways work very well. I'm gonna do this side real quick, but I'm gonna skin it the other way just so you can see. Rinse this off a bit. So to skin them, just take my knife, come in right here, come down and out. Now I'm gonna hold the knife and kind of pull with the skin. Try not to lose my fillet. Just like that. And then you've got a skin fillet. You can see here, barely any meat left on that bad boy. Go out to the ocean. And I'm back home. I got home from the tug a few days ago. I ended up freezing that mahi and bringing some home with me. But I just cooked it up, and I'm going to show you guys my favorite way to eat fish, my comfort food way of eating fish, and how I grew up cooking and eating it. What I'm going to do tonight is nothing fancy for YouTube. It's just going to be how I like to eat fish on a weeknight at my house. So I'm going to roll it in breadcrumbs and fry it, and I'm going to make a cool mayonnaise dipping sauce. And we'll kind of do a little taste test, see what we like better. Look at how amazingly white the snook meat is compared to the mahi. It's pretty wild.
Why is that?
I don't know. Just because they're two different kinds of fish. They're both handled the same. Both of them were frozen the same amount of time. My buddy down in Guantanamo gave me a snook that he got right before they closed up, and then we caught the mahi on the way home. Got the fish cut up. I've got my workstation prepped. That's important in cooking. I'm not a very organized person in everyday life, but when you cook, if you organize your things before you do it, it really helps. And YouTube's helped me with that, because if you don't have it organized before you start filming, it's not going to go well for you. I have just some lime juice, and I like to just, almost any fish I cook, especially if it's been frozen for a minute, just kind of give it a little freshening up before I do anything with it. Roll it around on there, and I think it just adds like extra layer of flavor in there on the end product. So then we'll go into egg wash, and I've already messed this up, but it does help if you do a wet hand and a dry hand. Right now both my hands are wet, but it is what it is. So shake off most of that excess and then go into the breadcrumbs. And I want to add something here. A lot of people, for whatever reason, you'll see it over and over and over again that you're supposed to put the fish or chicken or whatever you're frying in this way in flour first. I have literally fried probably hundreds of pounds of fish this way. It's just not needed. I don't know. And even when I do it, when I have done it previously, I think it makes it too bready. So you don't have to do it. Somebody's thinking it right now as I'm doing it. Oh, he should have done flour. You don't have to do it. I'm using just store-bought Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. The ones that say they have some Parmesan cheese in it. Works out really good for me. Like I said, this is comfort food for me. If you grew up eating fish fried in this way, I would like you to drop me a comment and tell me. If you did not, drop me a comment and tell me how you ate fish growing up. I love to hear the stories from people that say, hey Tug, when I was a kid I did this, or hey Tug, when I was a kid I did that. I love hearing those stories. Please keep sending them to me. But I'm going to work through this, and then we're going to hit the grease. So y'all have seen this before. Peanut oil, cast iron, shallow fry, put my pieces in, and when I can see the edges starting to get golden, I'm just coming in and flipping those things over. Beautiful golden brown. And I'm doing the snook now. We'll just work through each batch there. And like I said, as they hit that beautiful golden brown color, take them out and put them on a wire rack. I would say it is essential to have a nice spatula for this. And Toadfish, one of my sponsors, just happens to make I believe they call it the ultimate spatula. But these things are great for fish and delicate food, also for frying like this. And I'll put a discount code in the description if you guys would like to pick one up. They support me making these videos, and if you could support them, that would be great. So, no fried fish should be eaten without a dipping sauce. I make all different kinds of dipping sauces, and I usually make them up as I go, and they're usually mayonnaise based. But this is kind of a loose play on tartar sauce. Start with some Duke's mayonnaise, because Duke's makes the best mayonnaise. A little bit of Dijon mustard. And when I say a little bit, I mean like a little bit, like a...
Like that much?
Don't you hate mustard? I didn't shake that up before I started. A little bit of lime juice. You could use lemon juice. I like limes. I'm going to do a little bit of K-Fred. K-Fred has a YouTube channel. He's one of my favorites. I've been watching a long time. A little bit of that. A little bit of garlic powder. A little bit of paprika, mostly just for color. I'm going to pretend like I'm putting this in right now because it's not open. We're going to do that off camera. And then this is diced up dill pickle. I'm going to do about half of this because I wasn't thinking when I was chopping it up. And a little pro tip, just a touch of the brine out of that. And that's going to be my tartar sauce. So this is what you guys have been waiting for. The snook mahi taste test. Look how beautiful that snook is. And I'm kind of edging that way, but the mahi is super juicy. I know what mahi tastes like cooked this way because I eat it all the time. And it's honestly one of my favorite ways, or my favorite fish. Mahi that's been handled correctly and is super fresh or been frozen super fresh is amazing. I haven't had a piece of snook, man, that I can remember in like 10 years since I left South Florida. So I'm super excited to try this out. Should have done it no sauce, but... I don't know. Snook is snook and it's delicious, but I also think mahi is delicious. Maybe we're going to have to go to Crystal for the tiebreaker.
It's fine. I don't think I've had a piece of snook since my mom used to catch them in our backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was she in season in the backyard?
I don't remember. That was like
I'm just kidding.
25 years ago. Now I'm telling my age.
25? That's a long
know.
time, babe.
I'm telling my age.
So that was snook?
No, you weren't supposed to tell me. I was going to tell you which one I liked more.
Oh,
but now
okay.
I know.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know for sure.
It's good.
I used to, when I was a kid, would ride my bike up to the Jupiter Inlet and catch snook, and then ride home in the summertime with my beach cruiser and a snook hanging off the handlebars and cook it up.
That sounds illegal. Okay.
I can't remember the legality.
Times have changed since then. I would say that the mahi is denser,
Yeah.
more like a chicken.
Chicken of the sea.
The snook is definitely flakier and more like fish. Both are very mild. If I had to eat one every day for the rest of my life, I'd probably choose the snook.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here, take that thing.
Okay.
I want to say goodbye to the people because I'm hungry.
Say goodbye to the people.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. The channel is still doing well. I have a great base. All of you who comment on every video, or even if you just commented on one, or even if you just watch them and you don't ever comment, or even you don't like them, even if you be hating in the dark, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, y'all, so we had a rough couple days out of Jacksonville, but we're in the old Bahama Channel now, and you know I'm gonna fish. So I'm gonna go put this lure out, show you guys how I rig up tugboat lures, or how we fish them, I should say, and see what we can get, cook something up. Stand by. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how we run our line. Look up here, we got our homemade outrigger, right? And then the line runs off the end of that. You got a bungee to take up some shock absorption, and then this little line right here is so we can pull the line into ourselves. We got it out about, probably out there 300-400 foot. But I'm gonna switch lures. Show you guys this, see if I can get this thing on there, not mess this up. Pull it in like that. So, get ready to put it out. Fucker out there. Leave the line off of the deck. Fish on. Let's see what we got here. Looking like a mahi from here. Oh, it's a big cuda, I think. Looks like a cooter. Hey, show them how to flip it over the side. Just pull them on in. Cooter. Hey, we'll save them and give them to the guys in Guantanamo. Or we might eat that one. I don't know. Leave them on the deck. It's your first tugboat fish, man. Stoked about that? Alright guys, so I'm on the tug. It's super loud, so hopefully you can hear me well, but it's a beautiful day out here, and I gotta clean this barracuda. I'm gonna give the camera to Aaron, and he's gonna video for you guys. Hopefully you learned something. sat on deck for a little bit. Just like that. Come up, pop your pin bones that are gonna be right there, and fillet down the rib cage. Yeah, pretty white barracuda meat. Slide him that way. If you ever caught a barracuda, they have a particular smell. And I think that's what turns a lot of people off about them. But the meat is beautiful and white. I'm just holding my knife and I'm pulling with the skin. Just like that. We'll trim all this red off. That's gonna make some good dinner right there. Check this guy out. Big old teeth. So we're like 3 days into the trip, and I was gonna do a catch, clean, and cook with that barracuda for y'all, but it went bad in the fridge because our fridge was on the fritz. Had to clean the coils, and it got too warm in there. But we're just off the coast of Cuba there. You can see the mountains, and I actually just saw big old sailfish jumping, so we're putting the lines out now. See what we can get. So, a little Cuban fishing boat, they're out here long lining. See them tossing baits out. Buoy there. It's a nice day. Had to go around them. We got some whales out here. Oh, they're right here. Look at that.
Oh, it is an orca.
Is it an orca?
Yeah.
Holy cow. It's a bunch of them. Look at that. Come on up. Oh, dude. Orcas.
They're for the bow wing.
I've never seen one before, dude. Right there. Holy cow. Cuba right there.
Yeah.
Killer whales.
Right there.
So I just seen the first orcas I've ever seen in my life. I've been doing this a long time. I've seen some whales. I've never seen an orca. Killer whale. We're just off the coast of Cuba, coming up on the Windward Passage. I can still see them back there. There's probably 20 or 30 of them. I think I got some super cool footage. Y'all got to see it too. So they caught a wahoo while I was laying down, and they text me that they were having some trouble. I'm gonna show you the trick to getting the skin off a wahoo. Once you fillet it, they fillet it. Take a portion-sized chunk like that. Then you got the meat. Come to get the skin off. If you tried to skin it that way, you would pop through the skin real bad. But you come down like this, come down, and then out. And you get your nice pretty little meat chunks. Show you the other side real quick. Right down that bloodline, and then turn the knife and come out, and you got your nice pieces. Look at that. It's gonna be better than that barracuda. All right, y'all, so I decided to make a ceviche with that wahoo. So what I'm doing is dicing down these pieces of wahoo down real small. I like to cut them small. That'll help the lime juice cook them more evenly and faster, so to speak. And it also helps with when you go to eat it, you don't want a big old chunk and stuff. I like a bunch of little small pieces that fits on the chip better. So I'm cutting it real small like so. And this wahoo will make very good ceviche because it's a firm fish, you know. So I've got all my fish prepped there, and what I've got right here is jalapeno, red onion, tomato. I did like 10 limes, 10 limes, 1 lemon, and 1 orange. What we're gonna do is we'll just put this last one in there, like so. Got a bunch of juice in here. Take that. Everything's gonna go in here. So, all that. This is tomato, seeded tomato. I usually would put like some avocado or pineapple or something, but I just didn't have it. Working with what I have here on the tug, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of orange, just give it a little sweetness and depth of flavor with the citrus, you know, like so. Do that last half a lemon, and we're gonna mix all that in down into that lime juice. I'm gonna put this in the fridge about 6-8 hours, and it's actually gonna cook that fish all through. I am going to put cilantro, but I don't like to put my cilantro until later because I feel like it'll be a fresher taste if I add it after. So theirs is all mixed in, and I almost forgot one thing. I'm gonna season this up with some of this tajin. I don't even know how you say that stuff, but it's like limey and a little spicy. It's really good. I just saw it and was like, ooh, I'm putting that in there. So we're gonna put just a little bit of that, nothing crazy, and mix that down in as well, and pop her in the fridge. It's been 7.5 hours, and ceviche is looking amazing. Now, I'm going to take some fresh cilantro. We're just going to do a rough chop on that. I don't like to go too heavy on my cilantro because I think it can overpower things. I want to taste it, but it's not. I don't want it to be the only thing I taste in my ceviche. I think some people overdo it, but you know, if you like cilantro, that's cool. So we'll chop that and go straight in. Give that a mix. And the reason I do the cilantro last is it keeps its fresh flavor. It doesn't get wilted down in that lime juice. And as you can see, that fish is now fully cooked. The onions, tomatoes, and peppers have almost kind of pickled in that acid. And I promise you, this is going to be delicious. But we're going to do a taste test with some of the crew and see what they think. Well, it's 5:45 in the morning, and I was going to have some of the guys try this for you, but I need to get to sleep, and I need to upload this video so that you guys can see it today. So, the ceviche turned out beautiful. I'll do the taste test for you. I already have tried it. It's really good. I definitely recommend Totino's scoops with your ceviche. But thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you liked it, and like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. So you want to work on a tugboat? In this video, I'm going to do my best first to talk you out of it. And if you're still with me, I'm going to go over everything it takes to start entry level on a tugboat just like I did. We just spent 3 days in 10-foot seas getting beat up, and it's still nasty, but we made a turn That's the first sunrise I've seen this trip. So we finally got a little bit of good weather, and I thought I'd start working on this video again for you guys. And like I said, first I want to try to talk you out of it. The thing is, when you do this job, it's almost a lifestyle, and you get a lot of time off and you can make a good living, but you also are gone a lot, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with being away from your family. You're gonna miss birthdays and Christmases and funerals and anything you can imagine. You know, you could be stuck out here and something tragic happens, and it's gonna be 8 days till I could get to the dock at the soonest right now. So you have to be okay with that, and you have to learn to cope with it. If you're gonna do this, you need a good woman at home, or you need to be single, up to you. But if you got an old lady that's at home driving you nuts all the time, it's just not gonna work working out here. I've seen it a million times. Good guys come out here, they like doing it, but they got a lady that's wilding out at home, and it just don't work. Lucky for me, I have Crystal, and she deals with it well, but it's not easy. You also have to have very good interpersonal skills. One of the hardest things about this job is just getting along with the crew. You're on a small boat with 5 or 6 other guys and different personalities and different parts of the world, and y'all got to get along. And sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes you get one guy that just has to make everything fall apart, has to make it horrible, and you got to tough those trips out. And honestly, for me, it's one of the hardest parts about the job, is just getting along with everybody. Then you have the actual physical strain and labor the job has on your body. You're gonna work long hours sometimes. You know, sometimes at the dock we work over 12 hours. We work 12 hours every single day out here. And yeah, we have relaxing days like today where the weather is great and it seems like easy money. But we also have days where there's just horrible weather and you don't sleep good for days. And, you know, the boat's rocking and rolling. You know, you don't think about the little things, how hard it is to take a shower in the rough weather. Just the physical strain. You will be hot, you will be cold, you'll be tired. There'll be times when, you know, you're hungry. There's just all different things that make this job very hard, and especially starting out as a deckhand, it's going to be very physically demanding. So I would say it's a young man's game starting out, but it's not absolutely the rule. There are plenty of older people that get into the industry late and work as deckhands for their whole career. So I'm not saying that you can't do it as an older person, but generally guys are starting out in their 20s. All right, guys, you still with me? I didn't scare you off, and you still want to know how to get a job on a tugboat? Here we go. Now, I'm specifically going to talk about the type of tugboats that I work on. So, ocean going and near coastal tugboats. I'm not going to talk about the inland stuff. It's a little bit different and easier to work inland, but in my opinion, you don't make as much money and the benefits aren't as good. But and I don't know as much about it. I'm going to speak on what I know about. The first thing you have to do is get what's called a merchant mariner's credential. We all have these. You're going to get an entry-level rating of ordinary seaman wiper. Now, this is entry-level. This means that you're just a new guy. You also have to get a transportation worker identification credential. That is a security check that came about after 9/11, and it's a Homeland Security thing. So those are the two things you need to do to get entry-level job. A TWIC card is going to cost you $125.25, and I'm going to put the website that you need to go to get that here, and it's really just a matter of going down and applying, and it's a background check. So if you've got a lot of bad felonies or anything like that, you may want to do a little research. I know that plenty are acceptable, but you know, I don't know which ones they exclude you from. So you may want to do a little research. If you're in the clear, just go apply for it. That's what you do first. Once you've applied for that, then you can apply for your Merchant Mariner's credential. So to get your Merchant Mariner's credential, you're going to have to fill out a form, and I'm going to again put the website to where you can find this form. It is the CG719B. You fill that out, you write ordinary seaman, entry level, and it's going to cost you $140. It takes about 90 days from the time you send the application in until the time you get it back, so you're going to want to start ahead of time. Don't think you're just going to apply for this and start applying for jobs right away. To get this MMD, there are no requirements other than you need to go take a drug screen and you need to take a physical. Now, the physical that you take is very similar to like a DOT physical or a sports physical. There's a form for that one as well. That's the CG719K, and it can be found on the same website. You'll take that, you'll print it out, you go to your clinic, say I want to do this physical, boom, you check out and you send all that stuff in. Once you get that back, you can start applying for jobs. Now, the boat I work on, we don't even have entry-level guys because we're oceans. So to start out, you want to get any job because you're not going to have any experience, you're not going to know what you're doing, and you want to just get a job and get yourself about 6 months worth of experience. So you're going to apply to a bunch of different places. Get on Indeed, start searching around, searching tugboat companies, apply to all of them. Right now, everybody's hiring. The industry as a whole is hurting for people. So you'll probably get some calls back, but you have to stay persistent. Now, I want to talk about some add-ons that you can do to these two things that will help you get ahead of the game for your first job. Get a passport if you already don't have one. This is for a lot of companies do international travel. They go down to Mexico or wherever, and they're going to want you to have a passport. And then there's also a course called the STCW Basic Safety Training, and that is also kind of the first course that you would take in your career. It costs about $1,000 approximately, depending on which school you go to. There's a bunch of great schools. There's a good one in Jacksonville called Quality Maritime. There's Sea School all over the place. There's a good one down in Fort Lauderdale. The main thing is it doesn't really matter. Find a school that fits your budget and where you live, and you know, so you don't have to spend a lot of money on hotels and things. I believe it's a 5-day course, and what they're going to teach you is safety. They're going to teach you basic firefighting, which is really cool. You actually suit up and go fight fires. They're going to teach you survival at sea. Should an emergency happen, they're going to teach you how to get through that emergency and survive. And what this does is it also allows you to travel internationally on your ordinary seaman ticket. So it makes you that much more marketable to companies. I recommend doing this right off the bat if you have the money. So the TWIC and the MMD, if you just do those two things, comes in at right at $440. And then if you add the basic safety training, that's like another $1,000. And if you don't already have a passport, I forgot. I didn't look up how much a passport is, but I definitely recommend getting it and start applying for jobs. And what's basically going to happen is a lot of times somebody's going to quit or not show up, or for whatever reason, a company's going to need a guy, and you're not going to have a whole lot of lead time. They're going to say, hey man, can you get on a plane 2 days from now? So you got to be kind of ready, mentally prepared to fly out, get on a tug, and get your first job. Where I'm going to go after this is once you've got your first job and you get on a boat, I'm going to explain to you how to act, how to learn, how to be, and what to do to be successful. So you got your first job. You headed down to the boat, you're excited, you're gonna start your tugboating career. I'm gonna give you some tips for how to act and how to be successful. Now, I'm assuming you got zero experience. You may even have some experience on fishing boats or something like that. It's not really gonna transfer tugs. The best thing to do is keep your mouth shut, pay attention, listen to what the captain tells you, and do things the way he tells you to do them the first time. These guys have to learn to trust you. They don't know you yet. It's gonna take some time for the crew of the boat to get to know you, gain some trust, realize you're a good guy and worth investing their time and knowledge in. Show up early to watch, 10, 15 minutes early to watch, offer to help out off watch, go the extra steps that is going to show them that you want to learn. These guys aren't just going to trust you overnight. Give it time. It's not going to be your first trip where they kind of let you in as part of the crew. It's going to be 2 or 3 trips. Show them you're a hard worker, show them that you're willing to learn, and then it'll happen. Don't try to rush the process. Try not to sit where I'm at right now. When you're on watch, don't come sit at the galley table. There's always going to be something to be cleaned or organized or painted on a tugboat. And if you can't figure something out, go ahead and ask the mate or the captain that's on watch with you. He'll give you a list, no problem. I would recommend being proactive, finding things to do without having to ask. That'll go a long way with the guys. They'll notice, hey, this guy's proactive, he's paying attention. He saw the fiddly needed to be cleaned up and organized. And you go out there and do it, man, and it'll go a long way with these guys. Be a good shipmate. And by this, I mean basic stuff. Respect other people's property. Respect their space. Take showers. Don't be the smelly guy. You're going to want to learn how to cook at least 7 meals. Part of your duties as a deckhand is often going to be to cook. And one of the major things I see these days, these guys come to the boat and they say, I don't want to cook. I don't know how to cook. I can't cook. Listen, man, it's a basic life skill. And starting out, go ahead, learn how to cook. When I got on boats, I knew I was green and I didn't really know what was going on, but I could cook. And I cooked my tail off. And that way, those guys were happy and they were willing to teach me all the other stuff that I needed to know. So learn to cook a few meals before you get to the boat. There's probably going to be an old grouchy dude on the boat with you that's been doing this 20, 30 years. Honestly, when you recognize one of those guys, that's probably the guy you're going to want to pay attention. When he explains something, he's going to have all those years of knowledge and he's going to be able to give you that knowledge. So they may seem grouchy and grumpy, but they are knowledgeable. Pay attention when they're talking. Do it the way they said to do it, and you'll be surprised how well it works. You're going to reach a point a few months in where you think you got it licked and you've got this deckhanding thing figured out. I can tell you I don't. You don't. I'm 16 years into this. I learn something every single trip I'm on the boat. Never stop learning. Keep an open mind. Never get stuck in the trap of thinking you know everything there is to know about your position. Keep learning every day and you'll move up fast. Like I said, keep your head down, work hard, and keep your opinions to yourself. And you're gonna do fine. You're gonna learn. And once you got about 6 months or 180 days of sea time, go ahead and go upgrade to either an AB or a QMed. Now I'm gonna go over what that is in a separate video because I don't want this video to get too long. And that's all I have for this one, folks. I hope this video answered a ton of your questions. I had a ton of people reach out to me and ask how they could break into this industry, how they could start as a deckhand. And I hope this video gave you the knowledge to go ahead and do that. I think I will do another video if you like this one on what the next step would be, how to move up the ladder in the industry, so to speak, upgrade your license, make more money, and take the next steps in making the tugboating a career. But at this point, I'm gonna thank you guys for all your positive comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. We'll see you on the next one. What's up, YouTube? Check this place out, man. I'm in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. We're getting ready to go do a little dive, snorkel along here. We're at a place called Girl Scout Beach. As you guys know, I work on a tugboat and do ocean towing. I've done that for almost 15 years now. So in this video, I'm gonna show you a little bit of the diving as well as some of the stuff we do and our voyage to get here and what everything is like. Check that out. Absolutely beautiful place. Alright guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that, and I don't want you to think that this is some sort of pleasure cruise, because we don't always get time off to do stuff like that. I think in 6 months we got one afternoon where we could get off the boat and do a little R&R, but it was fun. It's a beautiful place down here. We are at the dock in Cuba and they're offloading the barge now, but I thought I'd show you guys a little rundown of the tugboat. You've seen Yo MTV Cribs. This is gonna be Yo MTV Tugboat. So what we got here, I'm on the back deck. You can see our tow wire here. We're still connected up to the barge there. Those chains, everything stays connected while we're down here till we leave. And this is our towing winch, double drum. This is, I think, 2.5 inch wire, and that's what we tow the barge with. That's what we make the money with. We are equipped to tow 2 barges, but right now we just tow this one. This right here is called the chafe board. We put that onto the wire here, and what that does is when the wire is on the stern, it doesn't chafe through and break. Very important. Anyways, let's go inside, see what's going on. Now, this is what's called the fiddly. That is Ben. That was Ben's butt.
What's up, guys?
He wasn't planning on that. We've got a motor that runs our winch. And we come through here and we have the galley. So you guys will see a little bit more of the galley later when I'm cooking. A couple of portholes, see where we're at when we're underway. But this is kind of where everybody hangs out underway and when we're not busy working, which isn't often. But you know, all our meals are cooked here. Sometimes we hold meetings, watch football games, things like that. This is a very, very important part of any tugboat, the coffee pot. Tugboats run on caffeine, but we have 2 big freezers here so that we have plenty of food underway, and we have a couple of refrigerators and plenty of counter space for the crew to all eat. It's a 5-man crew on this boat. Come down here to the companionway. We've got a nice size pantry on this boat. All the things that you could ever want. And we have crew rooms, and we have a storage room and a crew head. So let me go up. We have the captain's cabin and another head for the mate and the captain. I am the mate. This is my room. It's got everything you need and nothing that you don't. Little fan, got your life jacket. You know, it's small, but like I said, it works. Continuing on, we have the wheelhouse. So this is where I spend most of my time underway. 12 hours a day I'll be up here. I have the midnight to 6 watch, and Captain Nick there has the 6 to 12. So we've got chart plotters and radars, backup chart plotters, VHF radios, compasses, autopilot, all the things that a boat would have. Stepping outside here, you can see our barge. The guys are working to offload it now. We have an assist boat that helps us out when we are docking and undocking. Bow of the boat down there with an anchor windlass, but that's the gist of it. I didn't go in the engine room today because the guys are down there doing oil changes, and maybe in some later videos I can go more in depth on that stuff. But we're headed back to Jacksonville today. I'm hoping that we catch a fish. I'm hoping I can get it on camera for you guys, and then I'll cook it up for you. So we'll see you underway. Fish on. What is it? Nice. Little schoolie. Actually, that's a fair size one. Come on. Get it in. Hey, don't mess this up. No pressure. You don't got it yet. And over his backbone there, this fish is super fresh. We weren't able to ice it because we don't carry that much ice. Cleaning a fresh fish is a little bit trickier than cleaning one that's been iced real well. Just like so. Then come in like this, take the skin off, come down, get your hand on it, and it's just kind of a push. Beautiful mahi fillet. This thing's all dirty, but we're gonna spray the blood off. That's gonna be our dinner. All right, guys, we're back in Jacksonville. They're loading our barge right there. We're gonna get underway tonight. Right now, Tug's out doing some trials. I've got a load of groceries that we need to get onto the tug, get ready to go. I'm gonna cook up that fish for you. Didn't have a chance yesterday when we caught it, but Jacksonville is usually a really fast turnaround. We'll be here less than 24 hours, and we got to get grub, get fuel, get water. I'll get some shots of the tug coming back in. You'll see how much fuel is on board. Check it out, some big ships down there. Those ships go to Puerto Rico. Dames Point Bridge in the background there. See you in the galley. quick, nobody will know. So, flipping all our pieces. Remove these smaller pieces to the outside, put the bigger pieces on the inside. Y'all can hear me better now. So I'm going to arrange my pieces in sandwich size portions here. That way I can put the cheese on them and melt it. Now you guys are gonna say cheese don't go on fish sandwiches. You gotta just trust me here. We're gonna use regular old American cheese too. Again, you gotta just trust me. This works. And since I cooked it about 3/4 of the way on the other side, when that cheese is melted, those fish sandwiches are gonna be done. I've got some toasted bread, and I've got some homemade tartar sauce. Now, if you could tie your shoelaces, you could make tartar sauce. It's just mayonnaise, dill pickle relish, and lemon juice. I like to go ahead and add some Cajun seasoning. Go ahead onto our toasted bread like that. Good little amount. Spread that out. Our cheese is nice and melted. Grab that. Yeah, I'm trying not to drop it this time, y'all. Right onto your toasted bread, like so. Grab a little bonus piece for each sandwich. Whoop. And then top that out. We've got two delicious Island Burrata mahi sandwiches. Well, it's time to eat. It's also the end of this video, but let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. That's just amazing. I'm telling you guys, a lot of people say cheese doesn't go on fish, and I generally believe them. For whatever reason, this sandwich just works. It's delicious. You guys gotta try it. And make your own tartar sauce. It's absolutely worth it. The stuff that comes in the jar is junk. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tugboat video. I'm gonna try to do more for you. Like I said, it's super hard to film because it's always very loud on the boats, and we are actually working, and I don't have time to just stop and film. If you made it this far, please subscribe, follow, share, comment. You know, follow me on Instagram. I've got a TikTok. Look me up. We'll see you on the next one. What's up, guys? I'm back on the tug. As you can see, I'm gonna tow that barge down to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, from Jacksonville, Florida. Now the girls are off on their summer vacation. They're having a little fun too. Make a video here. We're gonna kind of tag team what I'm doing, what they're doing. They're going to Weeki Wachee Springs. I'm going to Cuba. Y'all are gonna ride along. We're getting ready to go here. We'll be off the dock shortly. Well, happy 4th of July, guys. We got underway last night. It was uneventful and went well. Weather is absolutely beautiful today. We're off Cape Canaveral. We're headed to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. See the barge back there? That is full of just general supplies for the naval base down there. I always got a lot of questions about why we tow the ship. It's not a ship, it's a barge. It's made to be towed. And for small items like this, it just works better than using a whole ship. Now the girls are headed to Weeki Wachee. I'm gonna break off from here, send you to them, see what they're doing. I really don't know. And let us know if you like this video, kind of tag teaming back and forth my life on the tug and Crystal's life when I'm gone.
All right, what is up, guys? I am on the road with my best friend Leah, and I've got a whole bus back there. We are headed to Weeki Wachee Springs for, it's I guess 4th of July weekend, technically, even though 4th of July was yesterday. We're bringing you along, so if we don't die first, because Leah's driving. All right now. We'll see you possibly when we get to the Airbnb. So we have made it to the Airbnb. We survived the 3-hour drive from St. Augustine to our beautiful Airbnb. It's just me, like I said, my best friend Leah, and the kids for the weekend, but had to make sure we had enough room for everybody. Check it out. It's a cute little place if you're coming to go to Weeki Wachee. What I like about it is there's like living room couch space here with a TV, living room couch space here with a TV, plus you've got outside, kids in the pool. There's Leah watching Tug Trash, of course. And master bedroom. Check out that bathtub, y'all. All right, so I know what you guys are thinking right now. You're probably thinking, why does Crystal get to have all of this fun while Ian is on the tugboat? But we are teachers and we work really, really, really hard to have this 2 months off. So we're enjoying it. Tomorrow we are going to take you to Weeki Wachee Springs and show you the mermaid show. How's the pool?
It's great.
Saltwatery. Saltwatery, okay.
Well, I think the girls are having fun. It's 1 in the morning. I'm just getting on watch, and I wanted to share a little bit about what we got going on here. We're off Bimini, Bahamas. It's a very dark night, but very calm weather. Came out here to have a look at the tow, and I want to show you a little something about the tow wire. As you can see, we got the tow wire ran out down here. That's what's called the gob chain, the hold down. That holds the wire down tight. And then we have the chafe board on there. That chafe board keeps the wire from chafing as it moves back and forth on the stern. The gob line keeps the wire from going all the way up the rail. Should we have to turn hard, it will just keep it on the stern here. That's for a couple reasons. One is safety. If for some reason we were to lose power and the barge was to pass us, it can do what's called tripping us, where it would pull us this way and cause the boat to tip over. But just a little about what we're doing and how we tow.
Okay, it is 8:30 maybe, and the line is insane already. I know it's a Saturday holiday weekend, but we made it to Weeki Wachee. Look at this line. Holy cow. If you're planning to come, don't come on the weekends. Just saying. I didn't even think all these people could fit inside of this park. So for those of you who don't know, Weeki Wachee Springs is a Florida state park. It opened originally in 1947, and it is known for its live mermaid show. If you'd like to know more, you can go to wikiwachee.com and read about their history. Look at all the people. Are you gonna go do it? Taking a break, and we are gonna eat some cheeseburgers. We are at, what is this place called again, Nolan? The Mermaid.
The gallery.
Galley? Probably Mermaid Galley, because the galley's a kitchen.
Oh.
On a boat. But anyways, we're gonna have some cheeseburgers. We're also gonna try to do the mermaid show, and it's super cool. It's iconic. It's been here since like the 40s. I'll double check that. I'm gonna fact check that. But we'll see you hopefully at the mermaid show. We got dinner and a show. You beautiful. He's like, I shake it for you. So all of those feathers on him are supposed to look like eyeballs. So that's like how he scares off other peacocks and like other like his defense. That long tail feather.
Now, mermaids never grow old, it's true. And they don't sink ships. Most things do. They don't drown sailors, but rumheads like so.
Okay, so we just finished the mermaid show, which was so cool. I'm gonna definitely add that into the video, but I'll probably have to overlay the music because of copyright. You what?
I said it was cool.
It was so cool. We loved it. And now the best part about Wikiwachi is you get to meet a real mermaid.
Safe travels, Captain Ian.
Well, we are 24 hours out of Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and I believe the girls are leaving Wikiwachi today. Not a whole lot going on out here. The wind has picked up slightly since the beginning of the trip, but it's still very calm and not too much to report. We do have fishing lines out, and hopefully we get something tasty for dinner. Let's see. Got fish on. Aaron just pulled in a fish he said he'd never seen before. We can go check it out. I looked at it, I'm pretty sure it's a rainbow runner. Yeah, it's a rainbow runner. That's pretty wild. I've never heard of anyone catching one on the troll. All right, so here's that rainbow runner. See why they call them rainbow runners? They're pretty fish. Pretty cool, man. Aaron is gonna cut it up because I still got stitches in my hand. That's Aaron. Those actually make pretty good sashimi. Gonna see if we can find some wasabi on the boat. Holy cow. Look at all this.
All right, so it has just started thunderstorming, typical Florida weather, and everybody is out of the spring, but look how nice and quiet and calm it is without all the people in it. It's so beautiful. We are going to probably just pack up and head out. They close at 5:30 anyways, and it's already like 4 o'clock. That's it, guys. That's Wikiwachi Springs. So I'm gonna send you on over to see what Ian's doing on the boat.
Well, guys, we made it down to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. We're here on the naval base. You can see a Coast Guard cutter over there in the background. We're offloading our barge. We usually are here for 48 hours. They offload that barge pretty quickly and head on back up to Jack's. Might go hit a beach here in a little bit after work. Good morning, guys. We're just getting ready to go. Sun's cracking the horizon. Got a little bit of wind, but we should be all right. We'll be sailing that barge here momentarily, headed back to Jacksonville. Yeah, you're looking real good back here. See you later, Guantanamo. Hey, Aaron, what's for dinner?
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya on the tugboat. Well, let's go down and get some dinner. putting it on camera.
Got
What do we got?
chicken, sausage, jambalaya. There's also a little fish in there. Just decided to throw in.
That's strange.
Runner. It's
But-
strange, but it works. We got jalapeno bacon, cornbread.
Cap said it tastes good, so let's see. All right, Tug Grub. See what we got. A little hot. It was hot. It's good though. I like the Kaneka sausage. Kaneka sausage is the
What's up,
jam.
man?
And the cornbread. So we are 436 miles from Jacksonville. We're in what's called the Santorin Channel. Just came out of the old Bahama Channel. I'm gonna show you guys on the chart right here. So we are right here between the Great Bahama Bank and Cay Sal. We're gonna come out here. We'll hop across the Gulf Stream and the Straits of Florida to Miami, and we'll run up the coast of Florida, riding that Gulf Stream to about Canaveral, and cut into Jacksonville. We'll be in Jacksonville Tuesday morning, 0600. I'm going home, hopefully be home by 1 or 2 o'clock. Got a bunch of cool stuff planned for you. Looking forward to some upcoming videos. I know this wasn't the most exciting video in the world, but just kind of keeping you guys in the loop of what we're doing.
All right, and just like that, B and I made it home. We're back at the house. I'm actually editing this video right now for you guys to come out this Sunday. Last you saw, Ian was leaving Gitmo and he is on his way home. So he will be here in Jacksonville any day now. And he actually took off a little bit of extra time so that this way we can put out some more content for you guys. And we have all kinds of trips planned. We have a trip to our family lake house up in Michigan. We're gonna try our hand at some freshwater fishing. We're also gonna be going to Steenhatchee and doing scalloping soon. Possibly a bully netting, lobster mini season trip somewhere in there as well. Of course, blue crabbing, flounder gigging. I know he's gonna keep us busy, so stay tuned for the next one. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little glimpse into our lives. You always get to see, you know, the Ian's home fun, and you never really get to see the what life is like when he's gone. I hope you enjoyed it, and we appreciate you guys. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, following. When you see us out, you know, saying hi and telling us how much you enjoy the channel, because we really do this to share with you guys. So, thanks, and we'll see you very soon on the next one.
All right, y'all, so we get underway tomorrow. I just had to go get some trolling lures from Strike Zone in Jacksonville. If you ever been in that place, is loaded with all kinds of good stuff. Spent some money, but hopefully we catch us some mahi this trip. I know they're out there right now. You know they're out there because I just caught them the other day with Cody and them. I'll show you what I got back at the boat. All right, y'all, it's Wednesday morning. We got our last day at the little shipyard dock here. Getting lots of stuff done, but we got to move over to Blunt Island at 1300, I think, last I heard. Got to go run and get a couple things from Home Depot this morning and return the rental car, and we'll be underway probably 2300 this evening, life on a tugboat. So we're gonna take that fuel truck, put them inside this tugboat. They both hold approximately 7,000 gallons of diesel fuel, and that's what we need to make the trip to Guantanamo. Boys are working right now, getting set up to make the fuel connection there. That's Aaron. He's a star. He's been in all the tugboat videos. This is what I ended up buying at Strike Zone there. A pink and white and a blue and white Islander. I like these Islanders because the Barracudas don't tear them up as bad as the other lures. And I'd be willing to wager that more fish have been caught on a blue and white Islander than a lot of lures out there in recent years. But I also bought these stainless hook rigs. These are actually, I think, for high speeding, but they just work out for what we do, the way we fish on the tugboat. is a little bit different because we're not using rod and reels, we're just hand lining. What I have is some 300-pound main line, that's moi moi, and I'm just rigging these up with these, I think that's like an 8 or a 9-0. Put a sleeve on there, a little crimp, slide that on, and then these things have a thimble in there. Slide that on, and we'll pull that down tight right there, pinch it tight, and we'll crimp that. And this is what we're going to be trolling. We also have the old standby, some cedar plugs. We're going to rig these up, run these two. Mahi are out there. I know they're out there. You've seen me just catching them. Hopefully we can put a few for fresh fish dinner on the tuck. I want to show you guys our fishing rigs. We got some outriggers rigged up, and I don't know if you can see that just yet. It's going to get loud, so it's going to be hard to hear me. They got these pipe poles rigged up like that, running outrig lines out. Got one on both sides, like that. That's how we do it. Got fish on. Let's see what we got. Fish on, that's a mahi too. It's spinning though. Just nice and easy on it. Definitely a mahi. It's spinning bad. Decent size, there you go. Keep her on top of the water. Nice. That'll eat at least. So I'm gonna give you guys an idea of where we just caught that fish. You can see up there, that is the eastern tip of Cuba on the chart plotter. That's Cuba, the Cuban mountains out there that you see. So that's where we're at fishing right now. All right, y'all. Making a little mahi ceviche. What I have, this is the juice of like at least 15 limes. I just squeezed it. I promise you got the bag of limes right there, but I'm not gonna bore you with that. We're gonna go in with our fish, and that's cubed small. I like where you could grab it with a chip, you know what I mean, and get you a good little, you know, get a little fish, get a little veggie. I'm doing like almost equal parts fish to veggies, and what I got right here is jalapeno, red bell pepper, green bell pepper, and red onion. And them jalapenos weren't super hot. I did one where I put like the whole thing in there. I didn't pour it out because I want some spice to it, you know what I mean? That's gonna go in there. And then this little trick, it's diced canned pineapple with the juice. That makes it like sweet and hot. Super good. That's just that and we're gonna mix this all up. Now I'm gonna put cilantro and probably avocado in this, but I'm not gonna do that until I'm ready to eat it, because if you put the cilantro in now, the lime juice just, you know, it doesn't work out. I like to put my avocado and cilantro in right before I want to eat it. We're gonna mix that all up, see if we got enough juice in there, and I might have to put some more limes in there just because my juice is just a little bit low. But another trick, I'm gonna put a splash of OJ just for like layers of flavor. So you got a couple different kinds of citrus with that pineapple in there. And we're gonna pop this in the fridge 8 hours or so, and it'll be ready. And mostly by look. It'll when you can tell the fish is done, it's ready to eat.
A grade A pizza.
I added some cilantro and avocados.
I get it a 10 out of 10.
That's what you call them things, but I forgot how to say avocado for a second. It hasn't been 8 hours. It's only been like 3 hours actually, but the fish is done.
I just spilled grape juice on the logbook.
All right, let's cut off watch. I got a fish on here. Aaron's on it. What we got? Cuda. See the fish skipping in back there. So we didn't slow down for that one. We could pretty much tell that it was probably a Cuda. Usually we'll pull them back. Came off pulling it in, but ain't no big deal. But check this other line. What we got there, Aaron? Some weeds.
Some good stuff right there.
Show them the
Vitamin C.
Show them the lure. That's like that. That is connected to a bunch of paracord. You can see the paracord, and we tie that off on the handrail right there. Go ahead and toss her back out there. That's it. Run that line out. We got one port. You can see the one starboard there. I'm about to check that one. Got a fish on. We can go check it out. Oh yeah, there's a big fish back there. Big fish. Can't tell what it is just yet. Yeah, that's something big. Mahi. It looks yellow and green. Yeah, buddy. Here, walk to him. Walk to him. Nice. That's a good one right there. Good job, bud. Hey, if you want, I'll clean them or whatever. Yeah! Fish on. It's spinning. That's a good one. Be easy with it.
Tiny little?
Yeah. He's spinning bad.
She's still very alive.
There you go. Get it.
Where'd it get her?
We definitely have fish tonight. That's a good video.
Yeah, I thought it was bigger than it was. It was spinning.
I'm that excited.
What? Hey,
Right?
guarantee slept in the Caribbean last night.
That's two for the day.
Twofer. It's not a bad one, huh?
No, that'll eat low when the hook come out.
Perfect. Go back out.
So, I think we got a nice little mahi dinner now. We got the little one yesterday, decent one today. We had the ceviche down in Gitmo from that first fish, but I think we might have some, I don't know what kind of dolphin. I might offer to cook it. We have had just stellar weather this whole trip. It's been awesome. Usually you don't talk about good weather when it's good. It's bad luck, but nice little fish right there. We thinking mahi for dinner tonight. Hi guys, it's loud, I know it. Somebody's gonna say it's loud. Well, it's a working tugboat. But I'm gonna clean this fish real quick. I've got my toadfish That's the fixed blade 7-inch mid flex. Great, I bring it with me everywhere I go. We got this beautiful fish. Go ahead, make sure you get that head meat. Just like that. Come down. Come all the way down his back. Now cleaning a fish that hasn't been on ice is so much harder than one that's been iced for a while. But I'm gonna do my best here. Come in here. Using the tip of my finger, I'm just feeling that backbone like that. Coming in. Right down his back. Get my thumb under here. Get to that spinal, come up. And then back down. Make sure you get all that meat. Make sure you get that head meat. You don't want to miss that. Just like so. Then we come on down. And we got that beautiful piece of mahi. Come right here. I'm gonna cut this in manageable. I'm gonna cut this down into manageable sections, like so. I really need a cutting board here. I hate cutting through onto that painted surface with my knife, but it is what it is. We do what we can out here. Come in, take that right on off. So you're going down and then out, just like that, nice and easy. Then you get 90% of that bloodline out all in one shot. It stays with that little piece of fish. And that's that, folks. Pretty cleaned up mahi. That's shark bait now. So what I'm doing here is I cut all this mahi down to about like 1/2 inch thick fillets, you know, so filleted out the thicker pieces. You guys have seen me do this before. It's egg wash and seasoned breadcrumbs. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'll bread everything before I start frying. Making some mac and cheese. We got some squash and zucchini over there ready to go. And we're gonna have a little feast this evening. As you can see, we're just frying this peanut oil in a cast iron skillet. Working through, I don't know what temp it is, but just when the fish is crispy, that one's a little overdone. When it's crispy and golden, flip it. When it's crispy and golden on that side, it's done. Mac and cheese is done. And I got some homemade tartar. We're all done. Charles over here is basically beating me down to make the first plate. I had to let him go first.
Oh.
We got squash, zucchini, and onion. Some homemade tartar. Got that fresh mahi. And some mac and cheese over there. Aaron's coming in from painting. He's a mime before this job. That's what he did.
A mime?
He comes in, he did something funny with his hands. Look,
Oh, man,
look at that.
I'm so excited here. It's gonna be great. Oh wait, where's the lime?
You gotta have a squeeze of lime.
Gotta put the lime across.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Now we're in there. Oh, your sauce, please.
Sauce.
Sauce.
The oil got burned.
And it got hot.
But thanks for ruining my video.
Oh man. The first bite of the fresh caught mahi here.
Today. Dude, think about it. That mahi
Like an hour ago.
was caught, it's 5:20. We caught it at like 2 o'clock.
Hmm.
Oh. It's good. He likes everything though, so I'm gonna have to get another plate.
Your tartar's amazing.
My tartar is amazing. Not to my own horn, but it's good. All right, we can give it a shot here. I think that mahi does not get the respect it deserves because A lot of times people are eating mahi that's been in some freezer someplace for like 6 months. Super fresh mahi, like day of, it's super great. Oh, I forgot I had to go. You gotta get your squeeze of lime. With the tartar sauce. I was trying to get a secret reaction. Hours old. I'm gonna say 3 hours max. Coming up on a little bit of a squall line there. Go out and check it out. Yeah. That's gonna rinse some salt off the boat. Always really like watching these summertime storms. It's just cool watching the lightning and everything. Wind whip up and then they're gone and sunny again. You can't really see, but we're on the edge of that little squall line. Wind's blowing a little bit. It's a good one. Such as Florida. It's sunny back there. So what's it say? We got a 36 mile an hour average, 32 average, 36.9 gust. Video never does it justice, but I'm telling you folks, it is blowing out there. Aaron just told me he's a little scared. But it's not raining yet. I thought it was going to rain real hard. Barge looks good. I don't think our anemometer, oh, it says gust to 45, average 42 right now, which I don't know if I believe that, but it's probably blowing 30. Little squall line. Well, the rain finally got us. Coming down pretty good out there. And I sure hope it's washing some of the salt off the boat. I feel like that's a Florida man thing. When it starts raining, you always think, well, at least it's washing some salt off the boat. But it's coming down pretty good. So it's Sunday. That means steaks on the tug. I offered to go ahead and grill them up for the boys. So we got our Weber kettle going. I got some seasoned up steaks right there. Fixing to grill them up. I think Aaron's downstairs. We got some fresh sweet corn. He's making cornbread. I think I saw him with some asparagus too. A little tip, if you don't have something to clean your grates with, you can take a piece of aluminum foil and that'll scrape all that burnt off stuff right on off. We're just gonna go 3 minutes aside on these bad boys. Little thin steaks cooking real fast. messing with your asparagus. We got corn.
Cornbread in the oven should be done.
Aaron is Midwestern boy, so you know that corn's gonna be good. Look at that cornbread though.
Jalapeno cheddar.
Homemade too, that ain't Jiffy. Even though I said I like Jiffy, they made homemade. What do you think, Charles? Was it good? Oh, your steak's already gone.
I already ate all mine. Last one get a plate, first one. Last one get a plate.
Yours is all gone. I ate it.
Ah, of course.
What do you think of the food? I got to sit down here and eat in peace. It was great. Now I get to just annoy everybody else. He hadn't even tried it yet. It's like eating sand. Told him should have made Jiffy. Jiffy. Well guys, I was in such a big hurry to get off the tugboat, I forgot to film an ending. So I hope you enjoyed that little peep at what it's like on the tug. We have a good time. We like to fish. And when the fish are biting, it can be pretty cool. But I am in some place you'll never guess, and it's not Florida. So drop a comment, guess where I'm at for my next video. And thank you guys very much for all your likes, comments, shares, everything you do for me. I appreciate you, and you're gonna like this one. All right guys, today I'm gonna make you some scratch-made sausage gravy. This is the first edition of Wild Game Wednesdays on the tugboat. I have some venison sausage that I had a processor in South Carolina make me, and I'm gonna go through it real quick. It's very, very simple. There's only 4 ingredients. You got milk, well 5, sausage, salt, pepper, and all-purpose flour. There's no reason to make that gravy from the packet. Just follow this recipe, it'll be the best gravy you ever made. Starting out, we're gonna brown some sausage. This is an onion sausage. It's a flavor that the people in South Carolina make. Like I said, it's venison sausage. Push that all down. You wanna get a nice brown on it. Here's the trick. I'm gonna show you the right amount of flour to use for each cup of milk that you want. I'm gonna make 4 cups of gravy. That's your key. A heaping tablespoon. That's just how I do it. I've always done it that way. It's the measurement. But because the venison is pretty lean, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of butter to this. Turn my heat just down a little bit, and we're gonna go in with 4 heaping tablespoons of flour. Just like that. Then you're gonna stir and cook this down so you don't see the white anymore. I wish I had some bacon grease. Bacon grease would have been better than butter. We just didn't have any on hand. Now you have all the flour cooked, so to speak, so you don't see any white. I'm gonna start with 2 cups of whole milk. And you're gonna stir that as you bring the temp up. When it starts to bubble is when it'll thicken. Now I'm gonna add 2 more cups, but the last cup I'm gonna add slowly just to get the thickness how I want it. Starting to get thick on me. I'm gonna go ahead, add in almost all of my milk, but I'm gonna leave a little bit just so I can play with the thickness of the gravy. it's a good time. Go ahead and add your salt in. Salt is going to make your gravy not taste like paste. So start with about that much. Don't be scared. And then black pepper. Lots of black pepper makes for a good sausage gravy. You could add some red pepper flake if you like it spicy. I'm just waiting on my biscuits to be done. All right, so I've got my homemade from a bag biscuits and my actual homemade gravy over here. Like I said, you see it thickened up and a little bit of milk left. If it gets too thick, I could go back and thin it down some. But we'll get us a biscuit, split that thing in half like that. Might get two, I think. Ooh, there just came out stupid hot.
Steam.
Yeah. Then put you a scoop of gravy on each one of those biscuits. Another one just for good luck. And how about that?
That'll stick to your ribs.
Right? Ain't nobody's gonna want to do any work after this. Is it good, Charles?
Oh, it's delicious. It's hot, but it's delicious.
This edition of Wild Games Wednesdays was filmed in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. See you on the next one. Good morning, guys. I'm gonna take advantage of this beautiful sunrise to shoot a little intro for you. I'm back at work and we left Jacksonville just the other day, headed down to Cuba once again. I really don't know what this video is gonna be about. I'll probably try to do a better tug tour for you and maybe do some fishing at the dock, maybe do a little diving with my buddy Greg. I don't know yet, but you guys just enjoy that beautiful sunrise. Crazy storming right now. Come on, you fast. Been like 3 boats giving out Maydays on channel 16. I don't even think they're in the ocean. I think they're in the ICW. One boat sounded like it went up on the rocks. Definitely a gnarly storm. I was just talking to Crystal's driving on I-95 actually in Daytona right now, and she said they were down to 35 on I-95, and that was, I said I could see the storm coming, and then it hit us like a wall of water and wind. Pretty good one. White out. Screaming. We're gusting 50 and 60 right now, completely whited out. Lightning. This is a good one.
Damn, it is soaking wet up here.
Where's that water coming from? It was blowing hard, really hard just then. The calm after the storm. I'm gonna head out on deck and see if everything's all right. Crazy Florida weather. It goes from a hurricane to basically a light rain in just a couple minutes. But that was exciting. Go back, check our wire. so we're towing the boat on a wire. We got it short right now because we're in shallow water. Looks like we had a life ring blow off there. We'll get that fixed. The wire looks good. Other than that, just had one life ring blow off, but look at that. That'd have been blowing pretty good to get that life ring to blow off. Good morning, Guantanamo. So we're going to do a little spearfishing, snorkeling, diving, whatever you want to call it. I've got my tugboat dive bag. Got my man Stone with me. Stone, go up them pigeonholes. I might have to hand you my bag, I don't know. But we're gonna go, we gotta hike across the barge to the pier. And there's two roads, and we'll just try both of them. All right, so we, barge is back there. We just got us a vehicle. We're gonna go explore Windmill Beach, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. We're leaving Pier Victor. We're working on the barge. We already got a day's work in today. These guys did most of the work, chipping and painting. I was doing paperwork and the air conditioning, and now we're going diving. So we're trying to figure out the best access point. That sign there says rocks and corals and urchins and slippery. So they go down here and check out what they got. That's pretty cool right there. This would be an awesome place to come and have a barbecue someday. What do you think? What's that? I think that we should get in down there and we'll have to swim over here. This looks like where the good reef is and stuff, but getting in here would be a little tricky.
I think we should get into this concrete slab.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going in this little pool area over here. Ah! That was pretty amazing. I've been a lot of places and dove a lot of beaches, from the Keys to the Bahamas, all over the Caribbean. That's one of the better dives I've had right off this beach here. There's Trey. Got to grab the rope.
Big time, dude.
Oh, that was awesome. That like intertidal zone, super cool, watching the waves roll over the tops of the rocks. I'm gonna go straight down.
Oh, you can get way closer than that. That's a
Just leaving Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, stretching out the wire. Next stop, Jacksonville.
going up to Teddy Island, and then one day one of those ocean boats like
we are on my favorite portion of this voyage. We're headed back to Jacksonville. It's about a 900-mile trip, but we're coming around the southeast side of Cuba, and the Sierra Nuestra Mountains are absolutely beautiful. We run about 7-8 miles off the coast. I can tell you about them, but I'd rather just show you. Check this out.
Got him on.
Let's go see. Looks like a big cuda. Dude, that's a tank cuda. Big dog. Look at this, y'all. It is a beautiful day to be at work and be at sea, and I decided to grill up some fish for the crew. I'm gonna go ahead and get our charcoal lit. But while I have you, I want to make something abundantly clear about these videos. You know, I can make this job seem like it's a vacation or some sort of special cruise, but the reality of it is you guys are seeing 20 minutes of a month or more of work where it's hot and it's cold and we're working long hours, 12 hours or more at a time, and being away from our families and all the things. And wintertime, it's rough all the time. So don't get the idea that this is just a pleasure cruise. I make it look that way through editing, but it isn't. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna do a quick little marinade on this fish. We're getting towards the end of our trip here, and we're low on things, but this isn't a recipe I have. It's just something I'm making up quick out of my brain. We got some olive oil, and then we got some key lime juice going about maybe equal parts, not quite, like that. Then we're gonna do a little bit of garlic, go in there. Never heard nothing. Some adobo. I really like adobo. Not too much, but just enough. Black pepper, just a little. Garlic powder goes in everything. Some crushed red pepper. And we're going to do some onion powder. Onion powder's hard as a rock. Maybe not that much onion powder. Then we're going to do a little paprika. Paprika will give it a nice color on the grill there. Like that. And finally, just a little bit of parsley flakes in there. And I'll take and just whisk that all up real good. And I'm gonna cook this fish in a couple of hours. This isn't the barracuda. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is some mahi we had, but then I'm gonna put this in my marinade and stick it in the fridge. See you guys out by the grill. So stupid hot grill. See how them coals are all white? That's what you want your coals to look like. We're gonna go ahead on with our fish, and maybe 3-4 minutes aside is all it's really gonna take. The fish will let you know when it's ready to flip. It'll start to release from that pan. These are nice big fat chunks. Well, I'm gonna make some black beans for a side. I've got some diced jalapeno and red onion, some garlic, and some bacon grease. See if I can do this one-handed. One-handed beans. So, we're gonna get about a tablespoon of that bacon fat. Goes in the pot. Maybe just a touch more than that, like so. Then, we're gonna grab our jalapenos and onions. Usually I would use a green pepper, but I'm working with what we got left on the boat. That goes in. Once that starts to get soft, we're gonna put a little bit of this minced garlic, and then add 1 can of just regular Goya black beans. And then this is a secret, I like to buy the black bean soup. It has a little bit more flavor and it's a little bit more liquidy, and that'll make you some really good black beans to go with your grilled fish. Got the rice cooker going. I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to flip on some of these. Let's see here. I sure wish I had my toadfish spatula to make this job a hell of a lot easier. But like I said, that fish will tell you when it's ready to be flipped. It will release from the grill grates as it cooks. If you try to flip it too soon, it's not going to release. And like that piece, I kind of messed it up. But, you know, it is what it is. How about that, y'all? That's going to eat good. Look at that beautiful grilled fish. This is what we're going to do. Got some of our white rice. We're going to go ahead, grab a scoop of them beans. They're cooked down real nice like that. Those go on there. Then we're gonna grab a nice piece of that delicious mahi like that, and get you a little piece of lime, squeeze that all over the top of everything. That, folks, that's what I'm talking about right there. I'm gonna eat my meal up here in the wheelhouse. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I almost didn't cook in this one. It was kind of a modge podge of stuff that we do. And like I said, you know, through editing, I make these videos seem really cool, but you don't see the hours and hours and days of boredom and uncomfortability that we go through on this job. So, give this fish a little try here. How beautiful that is. You gotta finish it with that little squeeze of lime, and it's delicious, man. You get a little bit of those beans and rice in there. That's a treat. But thank you guys for watching. The channel's doing really good. Like I mentioned in the last video, we hit our 1-year mark, over 20,000 subscribers, and that is because of you guys. So please keep liking, sharing, commenting, or just watching all my videos, and I'll keep making them. See you on the next one.